Oh, okay.
Hi.
Yeah, hi. Thank you for joining. Okay. So just a small introduction on is completed. Okay, yesterday only it started one class. Okay. So in performance testing. So yesterday we discussed what is performance testing. Anyone can have any idea?
The application is scalability, reliability.
Okay. So performance testing nothing but it's application reliability scalability, that is also correct. But in performance testing nothing but it's we can test with the application behavior under various conditions. So it's a load point of view. Actually, why we are doing for the performance testing? Actually, number of virtual users it will access our application, any application. So our like application it is slow or not, and it is application sometimes is cross solved, right? So it is a happen or not, we need test with the as under various condition point of view, means load point of view, stress point of view, we need to identify the scalability point of view. So that is the performance testing. So in the performance testing, we have the tools in the market, right? What are the tools we discussed? What are the tools? LoadRunner is a one of the tool, and
JMeter, JMeter,
JMeter,
LeoLoad,
Neoload, and Soasta, and as into the we have one more. Okay, IBM tool also will be there. Okay, RPT. So we have the different tools will be there in market. So these all tools will be we want to do for the performance testing any kind of application means we can use for these tools. So in the market, these all tools will be using for that depends on the company. Maybe it's a load runner, right? That is the license based tool. Means you need to buy the license. If you want to for this load runner tool means you need to buy the license. But going to the JMeter, it's an open source tool. Anyone can download it and anyone can use. So it's a free of cost. So maximum so small companies will be there. They want to buy the license means possible? No, right? So because that is the license cost will be more. So they don't have that much of budget. Okay. So they are going to the open source tool as a JMeter. And Neoload also one of the license tool only. And Soasta RPT this also license tool only. But on JMeter and so it's a open source tool. So in our training, I will give for the load runner, JMeter, Neoload. Already I discussed, right? So in load runner, we have the components. How many components load runner?
there are 5 components.
Okay, we have the total 5 components. So what are they?
Virtual user,
Virtual user
controller,
generator. Virtual user generator. And second one is a control.
controller,
And third one is a analyzer.
analyzer,
Analyzer. And fourth one is the agent process.
agent process,
Fifth one is the
load generator.
generator. So these all 5 components, using these 5 components only we can do for our performance testing. So virtual user generator nothing but so any business application like any business flow you want to record and it is generated as a script statement purpose, we can use for the virtual user generator. So when you are recording the script, so you can do as a single user point of view you can record. But yeah, actually what is performance testing? We need to do for the multiple user point of view.
Multiple ways.
So once the script is developed in the virtual user generator, so that script we can push into the controller. So like I can do for the 100 user test. So that script we can push into the controller, and we can for the our execution point of view we can use for controller. Actually, what is the controller? Nothing but we can design the scenario
Designer,
and execute
multiple.
with the multiplier point of view. We can use the controller. So after test is completed with 100 users, then what is our approach? Actually, what is our business flow will be there? That business flow, like for example, one flight booking application will be there. Launch, login, flight booking, and payment, logout. So these are all will be business flow, right? So this business flow, for example, we'll see the one application. So one application we have, I will show you for the business flow point of view. Okay. Some flight booking application will be there. Just I will show you your understanding point of view how the application will be there. So how to we can record, you will see. Okay. So this is the one application URL. Okay. So we'll open this application URL. So we can see the first will be manually. Okay. It's not copied up. This is the our some web tour application. So this application, which purpose we can use means we can like some flight booking. I want to book the flight. So that is point of view, this is the application web tour. So this kind of application like web tour or Facebook or any application you can record means. So using for the virtual user generator we can record. So same to the, we need to know the, if you are recording the script means you should know the flow. Like this is the web tour application. I want to launch the application. After that, I want to click for the flight button, login. And so now you can observe, I will show the business flow first. Okay. So just I launch is completed, and after that I am doing from the login. Okay. I mean outside. So that is the problem. It's not. Okay. We'll move to the okay here. So virtual user generate nothing but any business flow. So business flow nothing but I will give for the explanation. Like for example, that is the web tour application. Web tour application. So in that application, what are the things we can perform is we can launch the URL, and after that we need to log in, right? Without login any kind of application can't go, right? So login, and after that what we can do is we can book the flight tickets. Means you need to click on the flights. Okay, click on flights, and after that what we need to do is we need to like find the flight, like where to where I can go, like it is go to the Denver to London, London to Paris, or we need to find a flight. And next step will be payment. Payment, and final step will be this is the business flow. So this is business flow for the which application? Some web tour application.
Yes.
So if you want to for the other application, assume Facebook will be there. Anyone can explain what are the business flow of Facebook? What you know? For example, Facebook.
Yes. Launch URL,
Yes.
login, upload video, shorting, log.
Yes. Upload video, download video, charting, comment, and so these are all also business flow. So any kind of this kind of business flow we can record, means where we can record means using for the virtual user generator you need to record, and once you can record that, that script you can push into the controller, and you want to execute for the 100 users. Then what is the analyzer means? We can analyze the results to find out for the bottlenecks. Already yesterday I told, right? It's a bottleneck nothing but it's we need to find for the what is the issue, what is the cause of that issue, why our transaction response time high. We need to identify means we need to where we can analyze means using for the analyzer is one of the component. So how do we can analyze means like each and every transaction. Actually, client is given 2 seconds for our SLA. SLA nothing but some service level agreement. Like each and every transaction, not more than 2 seconds, already client is provided. So you are executed 100 users, then we need to analyze the results using for the analyzer tool. Like launch is how much time happen. For example, launch happen is a 1.4 seconds. Okay, and after that login. Login is happen from the 1 point some 8 seconds, and now click on flight. So some 1.3, and find flight is happen for the 1.0, and payment is happen for the 1.9, and logout it is happen from the 1.2. So miss, this is the average response time single user or 100 users. This is the average response time of 100 users. So because in virtual user generator what we are doing, just you are recording the script with the single user point of view. After record that script you can push into the controller multiple users like 100 users. So these 100 users, like response time, average response time, it is happen for the 1.4 second, 1.8. This all, each and every one we can consider as a transaction. Launch is one transaction, login is one transaction, click on flight is one transaction, find flight is one transaction, and payment is one transaction. And logout also one of the transaction. So each transaction, as per our SLA, we are meet the SLA or not, we need to check from the here. So any one of the transaction is more than 2 seconds?
No.
No, right? So
No.
no means every transaction is good. Then if it is every transaction is good, then these results you need to send to the our client or our team lead or who is our boss, right? We need to send for them. Then your job will be finished. So as per client requirement, you got for the within the SLA, like each and every transaction in less than 2 seconds, then your results will be good. Then what we need to do, we need to send the like report. Like we are executed 100 users web tour application. We are observed all transactions within the 2-second SLA, and we are observed CPU memory utilization also normal. Please find the below results. Then you need to give for the table, launch, login, transaction names, and transaction response time. We can call it as a, this is the response time. So that things we can do from the using these 3 tools component. So after maybe you can assume the payment it happened from the 2.9. So this results will be good.
No.
So your results will be not good. Then client will accept. Charita, are you?
Yeah, I'm there.
Yeah.
They
Now
will
your
don't-
results will good or not?
Not good.
So because one
My
of the
SLA is
payment transaction is taking high response time.
yes.
If you send this result to the client, they will not accept it because my SL is 2 seconds, but it's more than that. This is not good for my results. Then you need to, within the SLA, you need to try. So then you need to dig the issue. So if it is everything is within SLA, then this you can report, you can send, that is fine. Your job will be done. Maybe it's any one of the transaction, it is a more than that. You need to start from the, like where could be problem. What is the bottleneck? So in our terminology, we can call it as a bottleneck. Like it is a issue or whatever maybe, we can call it as a bottleneck. So bottlenecks nothing but because how the different type of bottlenecks will be there. Okay, we'll discuss. Okay, like everything in the next classes. But I'm giving for the overview. Bottlenecks. What are the bottlenecks? Nothing but so CPU utilization and memory
Error.
memory utilization. So for example, we are 6 members there. So if one person, it is we have the one bed is there, that is sufficient for the 2-3 numbers. One bed we can sleep means that is one bed is sufficient for the 2-3 numbers. But we are 6 members will be there. We can sleep in the one bed. No, right?
No.
What happened? We don't have space. Same way, if you are executing into the 100 users, CPU utilization, memory utilization, if it is not sufficient, so then what will happen? Your response time will be high. Like your response time to be like 2.9 or 3.2, it will come. So that is the one of the bottleneck. Because CPU utilization, memory utilization will be, we can see from the here, for example. So we can observe here. Here you can observe this is the process, nothing but in this system, this all is running. You can observe this Google Chrome, MCA, some virus, and Microsoft Edge, Notepad. So each and every one, some CPU utilization is going, and as into some memory also it is utilizing or not. Yes or no? Means each process it is taking from the some CPU, some memory also, and some network also it is picking. So say same to if you are executing 100 users, each user also it is some CPU utilization, memory utilization, some network you need or not. We need, right? So as
Yes, sir, we need.
each user we need for the some CPU utilization, memory utilization. So that is why when you are executing the test, the CPU is it is crossing more than 80%. So for example, you can go here. You can observe now CPU is it's showing for the 32%, 22. You can see the graphical oriented also. We can see sometimes it is going to the high, sometimes it's coming to the low. So but when you are execute 100 users, now it is normal because we are not executed anything. Maybe if you execute 100 users, each user also is take like some CPU utilization. Maybe it is going to the some hike, like it is going to the like now 38, like it is coming, right? Maybe it is went for the 50 also. Maybe it is went for the 100 also sometimes. Why it is hitting 100? You are executing 100 users,
Yeah.
but we are observed that CPU utilization is crossing for the 100%. Because wow, you are executing 100 users, 100 user point of view, what is the CPU? For example, now it is the CPU is we have the 4 GB or 4 gigabytes will be there. That is not sufficient. So that is why what will happen? Your CPU is crossing 100%, and as same to the your transaction response time also it is more than that. So because of that also it is your response time will be high is going. And one more thing, network issue. Network is one of the bottleneck. Why? Because so you have the only some like 100 MB or 1 GB data will be there. So each user is occupying from the like each user is like 1 MB, one like that, 110 MB. Some user it is taking. So like that is each user occupying. And after that, what will happen? 1 GB is completed, but your application is running. Then it is it happen for the there is no network. What will happen? You get for the some network error. Obviously, when you are getting from the network error, your transaction response time also it is high. That is also one thing. And going to the next thing, database side. Database. So database nothing but is like we have the SQL. These all things will be there. For example, you are logging, like you are entering for the username, password. You are click for the login button. Then what will happen? What is the username, password you are given? We have the some backend is some queries will be there, database side, SQL server, Oracle we have there. So SQL server we have the some query will be there. That query it is calling, and it is a check for the username, password will be there, not there. And if it is there, then that is a return to the our app server or web server. So what will happen means sometimes this query also is taking high response time, because it's going to the request and coming to the response, that is also take response time. Means because of that query, your like response time also it is high, it is happen. And one more thing, okay, application side. Application side. So application side nothing but what kind of issues means like code level things. Maybe their class or their object, their instance or their coding, any one of the also it is taking high response time. Because of that also your transaction response time could be high. So means once your results will be good, you can send report. If not, we need to identify the issue. Maybe you identified CPU is the utilization will be more. Then you need to ask for the particular team, could you please increase for the CPU memory utilization? Then they will increase that and again you can do for the test. And at that time you are observed that payment transaction happen is a 1.2 something. Then now results is good or not, Charita? So results good, right? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So if results is good means what we need to do, we can send this report to our client. Then your job will be finished. So this is the end-to-end testing you need to do for the performance testing point of view. Like you need to record the script. Any tool, you need to record the script. For here LoadRunner, we can record using for the virtual user generator. And multiple user point of view, we can use for the controller. And analyzer, we can analyze the results like each and every transaction. So how much response time happen you want to analyze means using for the analyzer component we can do. And now we have the one more two components. So agent process and load generator. What is the agent process? Nothing but it is like interface between the controller
Space
and
between the
load
control.
generator. Means you are sending some request. How it is going from the controller to load generator means we need for the some interface. What is that interface means? It's the agent process. So what is the agent process? It is interface between controller and load generator. And what is the load generator means? It will generate the load against the application. So now you can go here. Once you can install software where yeah, hello.
Yeah, Kiran,
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, sorry for
we are able
inconvenience.
to hear.
Suddenly it's disconnected. Okay. So once we can able to see the virtual generator and controller and analysis. So already I told, right, I will show the application. It's login or not, we'll check. This is the application. So we'll give for the username, password. So now you can observe, I log in and after that we need to click on for the flights. So you need to click for the flights button. And here you can observe departure city, arrival city means where to where you are going. Like you need to select from the different cities will be there. So I want to go to the London to some Los Angeles. And if you want to give for the departure date, a return date, and this is the seating preferences, type of seat, you need to select anything is fine. And after that, we are finding the flight like London to Los Angeles. This date, these all the flights are available. Blue Sky Air 230, 231. So these are all flights available. Depends on the time availability, depends on the cost. We need to select from the any one of the flight and continue. And these are the payment details. You need to provide for the payment details like street address and all details you need to provide. And you need to provide for the credit card details and expect of the credit card and click on continue. So now you can observe, thank you for booking web tour application and sign up. So this is the business flow. We need to record from the using our LoadRunner tool. So I think we have the less time and I will show the recording for today, just your understanding point of view. So how to we can record means you need to open for the virtual user generator. See, once open virtual is generated, it will look like this, and this is the version it is showing 2022 version. See, now it is opening from the LoadRunner in the user. So now you want to do for the new script means click on script and add new script. After that, we have the protocols. So protocol nothing but it's a client server communication. Like you are doing for the any kind of web application means we need to select for the obviously every time web HTTP HTML protocol. And same to the you need to give for the script name. Like for example, I am doing for the web tour application. In that web tour application, I am doing for the flight booking. Okay, flight booking, and just I will give for the today date. So miss, we need to give for the script name also, we need to give for the properly, because if anyone see miss, okay, he's a professional guy, because this is the our application name, and this is the our scenario, and this is the our release. So you need to give for the like this when you are recording. So it's a practice time also. You guys can follow this rule, like which application I am doing, and which scenario I am doing, and what is the date. So you need to give like this. That is the professional way. Now click for the create button. So now once you can click on create button, it will open like this. So just this is the record button. You want to record the script means just click for the record button. And here it is asking from the web browser, because we are doing for the web application only. Here it is asking for the application nothing but, so you are doing for the like which browser you want. We have the different browsers, right? Internet Explorer, Google Chrome, and Microsoft Edge. So we have different applications will be there, like as a browser. So you can select any one of these, fine. So I select as Google Chrome. Now this is important. So here, which application you are testing, you need to give for that application URL. For example, you want to test with the Facebook application, you need to give for the www.facebook.com. So this is the you need to give. Maybe you want to test with the some ICICIbank.com, www.icicibank.com. Same way, now we are doing for the which application we are doing? Web tour application. Now you need to copy this URL. This URL and everything our teammates are okay. Our client will provide. So you need to that URL you need to update here. And after that you need to start record button. So just click for the start record button. So once you can click on start record button, what will happen, right? Automatically, which browser we are selected?
Google Chrome.
Google Chrome. That browser automatically it will open. No need to manually open. So the browser itself automatically it will open. See, now you can observe. So here we can observe